Okay, hey everyone, and welcome to the second video of the Class 66 Rocks farming mini-series. Now today we are looking at something quite special because there's that much to show you that's in this box. I'm not sure myself how long the review is going to go on for. I mean, as you noticed with last week's video when I reviewed my very first model, the John Deere 6920S, that went on for about 22 minutes or longer. So I think this one is going to be something like 27 to 30 by the time I've reviewed the model and done the videoing of the model in operation at different angles around my room. So you might want to get yourself a drink and maybe some Jaffa cakes or perhaps a donut or something whilst you watch this. But like I say, it is really special, this particular one. So I'll just slide the box into view and we'll have a look at what we've got today then. So, as you can see today, if I just move the box there, you can see we've got the Siku Control 32 radio controlled Scania R series with tipper trailer, and if I just zoom in there whilst moving the tripod round just so you can see the image on the front of the box, you can see all the model that's included in the box, and what's more is the truck and the trailer are both remote control. They're by Siku. It's the 1/32 scale, and as you can see it's the radio control range. Now this particular model, it cost me about £180 from an online model shop. So it is quite a bargain, because I think when I looked on eBay they were retailing for about 266 or something like that. So I did a bit of shopping around and I managed to get this at a very reasonable price. But there's just that much in it, I just had to show you. So let's take a look at the box itself. So as you can see on the front we have an image of the truck. I don't think the camcorder is going to fit this all in. So if I just try and tilt it the best I can to show you, yeah, the box is actually that big. It's not all going to fit into the camcorder screen, but as you can see it's product code 6725. It features directional lighting as well as the two beacons on the top of the cab. They light up. It's got brake lights, indicators, etc. So as you can see on the back here, we've got the different functions of what the model has just on there, and as you can see there, the amount of stuff that lights up on it is absolutely incredible, and the trailer also tips as well. So it is a really fascinating model, but when I get it in operation I will show you in a bit more detail. So if we just turn the box around to the back now, as you can see we've got an image of the remote that's included inside the box. It's powered off AA batteries, as you can see just there. If I just zoom in like so. But like I say, once it's in operation then I will show you everything that this particular model features. So let's get the box open and take a look what's inside. So the first thing that we notice is the person who I purchased it from has thrown in a 2013 Siku catalogue. This is the one the retailers use in the model shops, but as you can see, if we just flick through it quick, you can see all the different types of models that Siku offer. These vary in scale from radio control to 132 to 150th. But as you can see, these catalogues are jammed packed full of items that you can buy, and to be fair I think Siku offer the bigger range of farming machinery compared to Britain's. I mean, I've got some Britain's models as well which I might review, but I'm not too sure yet. But Siku are always a really good model to have, and if you're into farming like I am, I highly recommend these models to absolutely anybody. I mean, come on, let's look at the range of 132 scale remote control items that you used to be able to get back in 2013. I mean, I know some of them crop up on eBay from time to time, but we have the model there that we're looking at today, and we also have other radio controlled tractors in the range, and we've also got tipper trailers. Now I've got to mention I actually have this tipper trailer here, so that will be making an appearance in a review at some point. But as you can see, there's absolutely loads that you can purchase. I know the normal Siku catalogues like a pocket size, but this particular one, like I say, with it being what the retailers use, the images are quite bigger in it. So as you can see, if we just look at this page here, you can see all the different tractors that are available, from Massey Ferguson's to John Deere, to Ford New Hollands, you name it, Siku make it. That actually rhymes as well. But as you can see, you can even get tractors with bale trailers, you can get combines, you can get absolutely anything you want out of here. And we've also got Viking at the back as well. I think they make 132 second scale. So as you can see, they've got their own separate page, because I think Viking are actually owned by Siku. So they offer the smaller amount of items, but as you can see, excuse me, as you can see, we've got a dealership map on the back, and we've also got a layout of how items should be displayed when on sale in a shop. So that's really good. So that's the 2013 Siku catalogue. So what have we got next? So next we've got the instructions for the radio control model. So if we just take them out. So as you can see, this is a Scania with the tipper trailer. I'm sure Siku are German or Deutsch, because obviously it's in all different languages there. So we've got a rough guide of how the model operates. I've had it out of the box and operated it anyway, so I'm not too worried if I don't know how to control it. But as you can tell by the pictures, it just gives you a general idea on how to operate it. So that's the instructions. Now the cab and the trailer can operate either together or as standalone. So when I say standalone, I mean the cab can operate on its own and the trailer can operate on its own, but I will show that in the operational part of the video. So let's take this foam lid off and have a look what's in the box. So as you can see just there's quite a lot in this box. So the first thing that we've got, which I'm pretty sure this part goes into the cab, but like I say, in the operational part I'll show you me putting everything into where it's supposed to go. So this is one of the batteries that powers the cab, I think it is, and the smaller one is for the trailer. So as you can see here, we've got an on-off switch. So this slots into the back of the cab. So that's the cab battery. The next thing I'm going to show you is the trailer battery switch. As you can see again, we've got an on-off button just there. So that slots into the trailer to power the trailer. The next thing that we have that's tucked just inside where the switch was for the trailer are these mirrors. Now it has actually got some mirrors on, I think, so these might just be spares, but it is really good when something like this comes with attachable mirrors. So we'll put those back in the box for a minute. So the next thing that we have is the charger. Now the trailer battery, I have got a smaller charging dock for this particular battery, It's the one that I use on my John Deere 6920S. So this battery actually fits in that as well. Well, this is the charger for the trailer. No, the cab rather. So the battery goes this way, so it just pushes into there like that. And then when you connect the power lead, which I'm going to just get out of here, it's a UK standard plug. So if we just unravel all this, so this attaches into the back of here like so, so that when you plug it in, you press your power switch to on, and then that charges the battery. So that's the charging unit. So we'll just place all this to one side for a minute. So the next thing, the remote control. So obviously I've put batteries in it, and as you can see, the red LED light comes on. So I'll just switch that off for a minute. Now this here can be used to control the trailer, but I've been using these wheels on the left and right hand sides here. You've got your directional turning button just there, your accelerator. You've also got your little switch here that lifts the oh, I'm lost for words now. The hooking device on the truck. I can't remember the actual official name of it. That's why I just had a memory loss there for a minute. So that lifts and unlocks the trailer from the cab. We've also got the channel buttons here, and you can scan. So each of these is selected, so I think it's A and B that'll light up, because A will be the cab and B will be the trailer. We've got the light switch for the top of the beacons. You can have these on, I think, 3 different settings. Got the headlights and then the indicators as well. So that is the remote, and that's where the infrared works from as well, on top of there. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the cab. Now this has got a load of weight to it. It is really, really, really heavy. But as you can see, it's based off the Scania R series. And if I just hold it as to not drop it, it's a 4-wheel tractor unit. So if we take a look at the front, as you can see, we've got the 2 beacons on the cab roof there. I mean, it's a stunning colour as well, metallic blue, and it really stands out. So just on top of the foil, you can see we have the word Topline. So it's an R series Topline unit. Moving down, we can see we've got the visor with some lamps on. We've also got the mirrors as fitted, as standard. So the ones in the box are spares. So if I just zoom the camcorder in a bit, as you can see, we've got the Scania badge just there on the grille. And moving down, you can see we have R620 on the left and V8 on the right. So it is a powerful tractor unit, as I know Scania make all different sizes of engines. It's got the number plate SIKU246, and on the bumper you can see we've got some more spot lamps, as well as the headlights and the indicators on the left and right hand sides. So moving the model around to the side now, you can see we've got the Scania Griffin design on the side. We've got the fuel tank just here. So this bit here on the back of the truck, I think there's an electronic part that when the trailer's hooked up, it actually either goes down or moves up, or something comes across and locks it. But I'll show you that more in the running video. Now this is where the battery goes. So if I haven't broke anything, don't worry. That's the battery cover. So the large battery goes in there. So then we place that back onto there, and obviously then you'll have your on-off switch, which will power it. As you can see, we've got brakes and indicators on the left and right hand sides, and Scania wording on the mud flaps, as you can see, and those are actually like a rubber effect, so they're actually like the real thing, which is quite good. So turning the cab round to the other side now, as you can see there's not much difference on this side. We've got the Scania graphene design again on the side of the cab, and we've also got some mark lights, etc. So that's the cab out of the way. So now let's take a look at the trailer. Okay, so here we have the trailer. So if I just take this plastic lid off, you can see it's a tri-axle trailer, hence the 3 wheels on either side. Now I can't tip the trailer without the power being applied to it, but the entire trailer tips, and it's a Smith's cargo bolt trailer. So you can see we've got a little walkway here where the driver can stand or whatever it's used for. But for example, if you stood there, maybe you could see over into what was in the trailer. We've got the little silver hooking pin under there which connects to the truck, and we've also got the trailer legs. Now these are powered electronically as well, as you will see in the operational part of the video. So if we just turn the trailer around to the back, you can see we've got some warning panels or reflectors, whatever you wish to call them, on the left and right hand sides, and again we've got the brakes and the indicators on the back just there, as you can see. So that's the Scania cab and trailer. Sorry I can't get it all in view for you. So what I'll do now, I'll stop this part of the review and we'll move on to the next part, which will be the operational running. So I've set my camcorder up on a ground level as I can get it at the minute. So what we're going to do now, we're going to place the battery into the cab. So if I just take the back of the panel off just here, and if I put the battery in, now the battery has to go this way with the on-off switch facing to the left. So we'll just place that into the cab. Like so, and we'll just clip the battery cover back on. So I'll just push that in a bit further, like that. And now I'll put the cover back on. So we're just trying to get the cover back in, like so. So now if I switch the truck on, you can see the back lights light up. So what I'll do now, I'll switch the receiver on, and as you can see the lights have gone solid. So what we'll do now, I'll just move the cab around with my finger so we can see the front before we operate it. So as you can see there, the lights of the cab are on. If I'm just aim the camcorder a bit better at it. So what I'll do now is try and level the vehicle up a bit. Okay, so the noise is actually the remote and the truck together, with the cab being on its own at the minute. So in a moment we'll put the battery into the trailer, excuse me, and we'll operate them together. So as you can see, the lights on top of the cab will flash either in a certain sequence, or they can flash together like so, as you can see. So if we just switch the headlights off and in, and as you can see there, the top of the lights are working together in sync. So I'll knock the lights on, and we'll also switch the indicators on, so I'll just try and bring the truck into the camcorder a little bit. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll just knock the lights off a minute and we'll try the indicators. So as you can see there, the indicator lights are working. So we'll try the other side, like so. And now we'll put them both on, so hopefully, there we go, that's the hazards working. So what we'll do now, we'll just back the cab up so you can see the back of the truck. So it is quite a good model, this is, and it's absolutely outstanding, especially for the price of money that was paid for it. So as you can see there, the hazards are working. If we just back the truck up to the camcorder, so I'm just holding the camcorder level because I've had to set it on a couple of objects in my room to try and get a level view. So we'll knock those off. So as you can see, the indicators on the back work as well, like so. Okay, so what we'll do now, we'll just take the truck away for a moment and we'll place the battery into the trailer, and then I'll show you the trailer and the truck operating together, but then I'll also show you the trailer working on its own. So here we have the trailer. So as you can see, the battery goes in this compartment here, so we're just going to take this off and we're going to insert the battery. So just turn the battery that way and push it in. So I'm trying to get it to actually click in at the minute. So I don't think I've got it in right there, but no, I haven't. So that's the way it goes in, like so. So now we're going to put the cover back on. Like so, and then we're going to switch the switch to the on position. So if I just show you there, as you can see, the lights are flashing. So what we're going to do now, we're going to hook the trailer up to the cab, and I'll show you it in action with the cab itself and then with it on its own. Before we hook the cab and the trailer up together, what I'm going to show you is this other switch here. So as you can see, if I just hold the cab on its side, if you can see that small metal object moving from the right to the left, that's what unlocks and locks the trailer to the cab. So we'll set it to unlock first. So what I'll do now, I will hook the trailer up to the cab. So the cab will connect to the small metal pin, which is just here, if you can see that. So then we'll get them operating both together. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to attempt to line the cab up with the trailer. So what I'll be doing is, I've set the camcorder so it's got the trailer in focus, so the cab will back up then and connect to the trailer. So we'll just go forward a bit. So I've got to try and do this with some precision now. So I'll just knock my... You can beacon lights off, so you can also control this really slowly. So first, what we'll do is we'll just try and get the cab level, and as you can see, it doesn't want to play ball for the first time. I think that might be because we haven't scanned it, so what I'll do now, oh, there we go, that's why. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll just knock all these indicators off. So what's happened there is I've scanned the infrared network so that it locates both the cab and the trailer. So before, that's why it wouldn't hook up properly. So as you can see, if we just turn the camcorder over there slightly, you can see now we have trailer legs that go up and down. So now it should be a lot easier to hook the cab up to the trailer. So we'll just go forward again. I'll make sure that the mechanism, the mechanism is open. So now we'll back the cab up. Now you can control these slowly, and as you can see, it's hooked it. So now what we'll do, we'll raise the trailer legs, and if you miss that, I'll do it for you again. So as you can see, they're down there. So what I'll do now, I'll raise them again, like so. So now, if we pull forward, you can see that the cab is attached to the trailer. So we'll just pull forward for a minute, and I will bring the trailer around for a side view so you can see it tipping. So what I'm going to do, the dial wheels that I showed you in the review, if I just turn them onto the down position, you can see the trailer tipping, like so. And if I turn it back to the up position, you can see it getting back to the original position. So before we get on with some slow running reviews around my room, what I'm going to do now, I am going to hire the trailer legs. I'm going to unlock the trailer. I'm going to slowly pull away, pull the cab out of view. So now, as you can see, the trailer works independent on its own, away from the cab. And if we just lower the trailer back down again, okay, so what I'll do now, I'll run the cab back under to hook up. So I've got to try and get it into a position where I can get right underneath the trailer. Okay, so I think that's got it. I'm not too sure though. So just lower the trailer legs, and I don't think that's quite got it, so we'll just try and back under again. I'm not much luckier, am I? So what I'll do now, I'll go forward again, and we will get there eventually. I think that might be it. It's still not it. Apologies if it's taken me so long to hook it up. I'm just trying to get it to hook up properly. So I'm just going to pull the cab forward, make sure that I can get it under the pin. Okay, I think we've finally got it. So, and if I pull forward, yes, we can see that we have indeed now got the trailer. After a few attempt. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to run it round so I can see the back of the trailer. Just went into a bit of a spin there, so I'll just go. Well, the trailer has actually now unhooked itself from the cab. So it's actually done me a favour and given me a position to show it you tilting. So if you watch the back of the trailer now, I can see that's the trailer tipping from the back. And first zoom out, as you can see, and then we'll lower it again. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll hook the trailer and the cab back up and I'll do some small running manoeuvres around my room. So the cab and the trailer are connected up together again. So I'm just going to back the cab up and we're going to do some slow running shots of the truck and the trailer coming past the camera. Now you can actually accelerate the truck quite a bit, but for this part of the video, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run it slowly. So that I can maybe do some reversing manoeuvres as well to show you. So here we go. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll spin the truck round and come past the camcorder again. So what we'll do now is we'll come the opposite direction past the camera. Like so. So what I'll do now, I'll just turn the cab around again and I'll move my camcorder to a different part of my room and we'll film some reversing manoeuvres. Okay, so what I've done, I've moved to the far end of my room so that my door is in the front of the camcorder screen, as you can see just over there. You can see my shadow of my finger. So over there, so the cab's there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the truck forward maybe over here or maybe drive it round here. I'm going to back all the way across there and I'm going to back round to the left of this cabinet that's just here. So let's give it a go. So we'll come to the left hand side, as you can see. Okay, so what we'll do now, we'll put the hazard lights on. And we will back up to the position where we need to be. So I've had a bit of practice with this since I've had the model, so I've got to anti-lock it to the way I need it to go. So as you can see there, we're slowly going into where we want to be. So if I just zoom the camcorder in a bit so you can see what's happening over there. So I'll leave it on that zoom just there. So what I'll do now, I'll carry on reversing the truck into where we need it to be. If you just leave it in a straight line, as you can see. and we've backed it into where we need to be. So what we'll do now, we'll just drive out frontwards again, and we'll back it in from another angle to show you the vehicle reversing. So what we're going to do is we're going to back up into a different place now. So we'll just slowly come back, and I'll now back it round to this side so you can see the trailer and the cab in action. So we'll just go forward again, and now we'll just come back in a straight line. And again, I'll just pull forward slightly. And I'll bring the cab round once more to end the review. Okay, so that's it basically. I hope you've enjoyed watching this review. I know I certainly have had loads of fun playing with it. So that's the Siku Control 132 scale Scania Topline with Schmidt's Cargo Bull tipping trailer.